Educational transformation is occurring worldwide, whether in a classroom in Australia, a school in Colombia, a district in Pennsylvania, or through the Ministry of Education in Singapore. Education is the key to unlocking every child's potential, and technology, used effectively, is an amazing ally in establishing a relevant, world-class educational system.
Well, as I travel around the world, and I get to do a good bit of that, I see a number of things actually that excite me about technology. I think you first have to note the fact that many young learners now who had no access to quality education in the past are now have access, and so the reach that technology provides for us to reach the learners in places that were difficult to reach before, and especially with quality opportunities to learn, is the first thing that comes to mind. And it's not only reaching the students, but it's also reaching resources and experiences for learning that are engaging and of a quality and relevant to those students' futures. We have a number of examples where we're assisting a Ministry of Ed or a foundation in defining what the expectations should be through the use of technology for learners. So what should we see learners able to do and what should they know as a result of having brought technology into the classroom? So it's reminiscent of our ISTE standards, for example, and defining what the outcomes are that they're willing to commit to, measure, monitor, and report on.
Educational transformation is not guaranteed simply because the potential exists. We must articulate a vision for transformation and advocate for the conditions that will bring about the changes we seek. ISTE is clear and bold in our vision. Every young learner shall have access to a high-quality, digital-age education. Every learner shall have the opportunity to reach his or her creative, academic, and civic potential. Effective advocacy strategies for an increasingly digital and interconnected global society vary based on political and governance models, educational system structures, and cultural norms. ISTE offers expert consultation for advocacy in many regions of the world.
Well, it is a challenge to provide support and guidance and leadership around the world. We have a number of ways that we do that, and we have some projects going on where we've identified folks in the area that are ISTE members who are able to lead efforts. And one good example of that is in Mexico, where we're working with the government on their Digital Skills for Everyone initiative. And so we're looking at learning objects, developing learning objects and aligning those to the standards. We're looking at teacher preparation and teacher certification. And then we're also looking at a development sequence that would bring teachers to that certification. And we have a cadre of actually Mexico-based educators who show amazing ability to know ISTE's approach, ISTE's philosophy and strategy, and then convert that into activity at the site. Wonderful thing about working for ISTE and working for a nonprofit in general is that really smart people share their thoughts with you openly and willingly. And we're able to repackage those and return them to the field so that many people have the advantage of those perspectives. And so that can be by video, it can be at the conference, it can be by publications, traditional or electronic, it can be in communities of practice. But that's what we really do, and so that thought leadership effort is really important.
Regardless of the political system or how government policy is influenced, advocacy plays an essential role in helping shape the decisions that impact the education our children receive. We offer advocates across the world the opportunity to connect, network, and collaborate with each other, and to better mentor and support each other. Here in the United States, advocacy is very much a part of our governing process. At the local level, this may be a presentation to the school board. At the national level, this may be a meeting with members of Congress or a campaign encouraging our members to petition their elected representatives on behalf of a particular policy. In other countries, our involvement is very different.
Well, ISTE is a little bit unique in that we do very little alone. We're in partnership almost everywhere we work, and we're excited about that. In fact, productive partnerships are important to us, and so as we do our work globally, certainly we first look to partner with affiliates within that region. Our affiliate network is the mechanism that really gives us reach into the fabric of education around the world. And so if we're in an area, working in an area where we have an affiliate, we certainly try to link up with that affiliate, and that gives us a wealth of resources that we might not otherwise have. We often look for some authority in the region also to partner with, and that's obviously so that our work will have some impact. And so ministries of education, provincial or state departments of education, foundations that are established specifically to support the Ministry of Ed are often our partners, and so what happens is you sort of have a level of automatic credibility if the partner that you're working with has some authority within the region.
In Singapore, we are a regional conference partner with the Ministry of Education, working to enrich the knowledge of teachers and instructional leaders. In a partnership with the Arab Bureau of Education for the Gulf states in Riyadh, we work to reach consensus among its member states to ensure the Bureau's services and publications support digital age learning. ISTE also works with global organizations such as UNESCO, where we leverage the brand and credibility of ISTE and our partners to effectively influence teacher preparation and ongoing development across many countries.
We can go out and do things single-handedly and impact a few educators and a few children, or you can go out and leverage networks that are already established and have impact multifold.
Global advocacy for educational transformation is complex, it's challenging, it's necessary, and it's possible. ISTE is committed to making a significant difference in advancing new century education globally. Our success will depend on our ability to reach a deeper understanding of the political, cultural, and societal norms that drive policy decisions in countries and regions worldwide.
Increasingly we're walking into policymakers' offices or offices of agencies like the Federal Trade Commission, Federal Communications Commission, and they're saying, "Oh, ISTE, we know who you are." And the reason they do is because they've heard from our members. They've heard that our members have an opinion, have a reasoned opinion, and that they stay consistently in touch with them. And so that's an absolutely critical piece to our being effective as an organization, ISTE, and it's also critical on the local level so that the policymakers, decision makers can stay informed.
Join us in building a vibrant global community, in strengthening our voice throughout the world, as we articulate the importance of transforming educational systems worldwide, and in creating the essential conditions in education that will unlock every learner's potential.